stand for. So I feel like being young actually brings a fresh perspective, and I feel like that's something that Miss Universe has lacked for a very long time. And if you want to communicate to the youth, why not bring the youth into the pageant, right? So I will bring this fresh perspective. I'll bring something new, and I will definitely make everybody proud and get that crown.
Wow. Wow. So age isn't a matter for you when
No,
joining pageants.
because
Because,
I feel
if
like,
you, yeah,
sorry.
yes. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I feel like, yes, the other girls who are older, they have more experience, but I've also started young, and I am somebody who's always willing to learn. I always try and like learn new things every day. I always read the news. I always read up, and I feel like Miss Universe is looking for somebody who's very knowledgeable and is just willing to learn and just expand their abilities. And I'm somebody who, as I'm a young person, I am always wanting to learn new things, and I'm always willing to adapt whatever for Miss Universe.
Because you know what, I'm asking this question because I'm coming from this perspective that you know what, you could some because some people are saying, oh, she shows a lot of promise, but she's so young. She could have waited it out for a few more years. Maybe she could have taken more life experiences and wait for her to become mature. Because let's face it, if you've been following Miss Universe for a few years now, they've been crowning girls who are already in their mid 20s, who have gained so much life experiences, who have done yeah, who have done, who have been leading a great career in their respective fields. So my
Yes.
question is, what attracted you? Yeah, apart from what you mentioned earlier, that you really want to bring in the youth in the pageant, so for it to be represented in terms of a
Yes.
lot of issues. But apart from that, are there other things that attracted you the most in joining Miss Universe
Um,
Thailand this year?
yeah, well, other than it's like it comes back to the point that I was talking about earlier when you asked me how I was discovered. And I said, no, I wasn't discovered. I go out there and seek opportunities. And why wait? If you feel ready and you want this and you know what you stand for, then just go there and do it. And that is exactly the attitude that I want to show people. No matter what age you are, it's never too late or never too early to start.
I love your attitude. I really love that fighting
You.
spirit that you have. Yeah, seriously, it's like, whoa,
Thank
you're
you. It
very
means a lot.
proactive. You're a very determined young woman who will
Mhm.
never let anything get in her way for her
Absolutely.
to be able to chase her dreams. So, you know what? You're impressing not only me but a lot of our followers so much. So, but I'm so curious. How are you preparing for the competition right now?
Hmm. Well, obviously, you need to have a bunch of aspects. It's not just about the talk, it's not just about the walk or the look. So I am currently practicing my walk. I'm trying to adjust it to the beauty queen walk because it's obviously different from modeling. Modeling is more like fast paced, very still face, and so I'm trying to become more smiley on the runway and slow down my walk a little. And I'm also practicing interview and just like learning new things every day, watching past interviews and noting down questions because I feel like, yes, luck is an element, but hard work is a bigger element. And I won't leave it down to chance. I will definitely work hard for it and leave as little as possible down to chance. Because if you put the work in, then there's definitely a higher percentage that you're going to succeed. So I've been jotting down notes, I've been reading the news, and just learning more about like why I wanted to do this advocacy and statistics, and definitely like thinking on how can I actually push this change and how can I push to solve my issues. Mm.
So I'm curious to ask, are you training by yourself?
Initially, when I entered by myself with my mom, and um, so we'd just like practice by ourselves. We'd watch interviews, and we'd be like, "Oh, that's a good question. Note that down. How would you answer this?" And then I'd always have my dad as well, who is actually supposed to be in Chiang Mai, but he's come down to help me at the moment. So he would also help me in Q&As when speaking in English. But now I actually, from the live the other day, I told people that I didn't have a team and it was just me and my mom. And thankfully, with all the fans who have shared this video, somebody like loads of people came in and offered to help. So now I do actually have somebody helping me. His name is actually RL. I'm not sure if you know him. He's from the Philippines.
Oh, RL
You know?
Caliente. Yeah,
Yes.
RL.
Yes. So it's kind of a new normal situation because it's all virtual and online. So he's helping me with like just adapting my mindset and having that winner attitude as well as just preparing, and he's just like that support system for me right now, and I think I really needed that. So I just want to thank everybody who's shared my video because I never would have been able to come in contact with him, and he's honestly been helping me so much. So I just want to give a huge shout out to RL. You're the best. Thank you. Yes. And I can
I
say
wanna.
like I
I,
love working with him. We're both perfectionists, so we're very down to detail and very like timely, and we're like, oh, this needs to be perfect, this needs to be executed the right way. So I definitely like working with, I don't know if like all Filipinos are like this, but we're very like goal oriented, and if we see something and we want it, we're definitely gonna get it.
wow. So
Mm.
how are you training with him like this via Zoom, via online? Because he's obviously
Yes.
here in Manila and then you're there in Bangkok.
Exactly. So it's part of the new normal where we have to communicate via video call. But I think this is actually just something interesting, and it helps me become more actually self-reliant. People who have pageant coaches there all the time in person often become very reliant on them, but I think it's actually very interesting to be able to, yes, take in like notes and have that support system, but from a distance as well. So it gives you space to like come back and think and be self-reliant and be that independent woman.
Wow, I must say you will be able to achieve that with RL. I really think you are in
Yes.
good hands right now. Now that
Yes.
I've just now that I've just found out that you're training with a Filipino trainer. Did you know that
Yes.
RL? Did you know that Sir RL trained both Pasay and Antonia Porcil for their
Really?
respective competitions last year?
No, I had no idea. Wow, I feel so honored. Yeah, well, I can definitely see it now because he's such a good coach, and he just like he maps out everything for you, and he's definitely that support system. And I think having that support is very important. Somebody just to talk to when you're feeling, oh no, I don't know if I can do this, but you need that person to be like, yes, you can. You know you how capable you are, and you just need to go out there and show them, show the world. Hmm.
So, what aspect of your training have you been enjoying so far?
Um, well, because I came into contact with him pretty last minute from the live, and so we haven't really
Oh,
had that many days. But so far, he's given me some tips on my walk, and he's just like adjusted my mindset a little because I used to have a little doubt in my head, and now he's just eradicated that. Like, be realistic, but also be confident and have a clear
mhm.
goal so that other things and other negativity does not distract you.
I
Mm.
really think you're on the right track
Yeah.
to make it big in the competition now that you have someone like a great Filipino trainer to really back you
Mm.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was responsible for your country's first Miss Supranational crown.
Oh yeah, for Antonia, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he also helped Fasai with her
Mm.
catwalk for Miss Universe and Miss Universe
Wow.
Thailand. So, wow. You might be
Well,
following their footsteps very, very soon.
well, everybody will just have to wait and see. Oh, I hope so.
Hmm. So, are you feeling some sort of pressure right now?
Um, no, I wouldn't say so. I feel like it's more just like a push. At first I came with no sort of, expectations, but now that I'm in and I just see like this goal, and I feel the pressure is just pushing me towards that goal, and I know what I want, and it just makes me want it more.
Mhm.
Mm.
Because I asked this question because as we all know, Thailand is already, is already being considered an emerging powerhouse in
Hmm.
beauty pageants because your country has been winning a lot of international crowns.
Yep.
Uh, Recently, like Antonia won Miss Supranational, Bin Siritorn won Miss International last year.
Mm.
Thailand has been placing has almost been winning the Miss Universe crown in
Mm,
the past few years by placing in the top 5 and top 10 a few times already. So,
yeah.
in your opinion, what do you think makes Thailand or a Thai woman a standout in beauty pageants?
I definitely think it's our unity. Thai people have this sense of just we like to like come together, especially when we're very focused on this one goal. Everybody's very supportive, as you can see from our fandom. Everyone's just they really encourage you and they push you and they just give you comments to like if you can focus, if you can adjust this just a little, you can do so well. And I think it's very constructive. And I think just this community feel is just everything. And that's what makes Thailand a standout country because we support each other all the way.
Yeah, I noticed that your country's, everyone's sense of patriotism
Mm,
there is very, very evident with the way
mm,
you preserve their culture.
mm.
Probably because historically you are a landlocked nation. Nobody has conquered. Nobody has conquered you
Mm,
from the outside.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, the code and even their attitude, the fans, they're very nice, they're very warm, they're very accepting. They seem to be always happy all the time. Yeah,
Yes, yeah. It's definitely like this power, you know. It gives you like this sense of warmth and it's just this glow.
yeah. And speaking of fans, the comments just keep coming in. Benz
Yeah, I
Antonio
haven't
is
checked them for a
saying,
while.
your smile, your voice, your attitude, your answers, amazing. Oh my God, you nailed it. Ruby
Wow,
Rubiana is saying Thailand might win the Miss Universe crown if they send Emmy. Total package.
that
Wuchi,
means a lot.
Wuti Chai Mike is saying rooting for her now. Just wow, I was only supporting. Okay, yeah, oh my God, her attitude question, her attitude in question and answer, and the way she carries the message to the audience is just goosebumps.
That means a lot. I'm
Ru,
trying my best.
you're so rare. Give her the crown. She's the one. You're the one. Yeah. So right. So when you're receiving a lot of
Mm.
comments like this, feedback like this, does it really embolden you? Does it really inspire you to really do well in the
It does.
competition?
It does. It really does inspire me. And it just uplifts me because I feel like I'm not only doing this for myself now, I'm doing this on behalf of my mom, especially, but also on behalf of thousands of people in Thailand and hundreds of fans who are behind me and have put like their heart on the line just to see me get to that goal, you know? So I'm wanting to do this just not just for myself, but for them and to make them proud.
You know what?
Mm.
I'm really blown away by what you have been showing to us so far. Now, I'm curious to ask, in terms of training, I would like to ask, can you share some challenges or advantages you have been experiencing of joining Miss Universe Thailand amidst a pandemic happening right now?
Challenges, I'd say it's just that we can't um, come together in big groups. And I think we're just being safe and being mindful, especially during this pandemic. And you don't want to promote, you know, coming together in big groups. You still want to be safe and tell everybody that, you know, be distant. And, but I feel like it's also an advantage because as we come to this big platform, we have now the voice to tell people like that you should still be safe and still be mindful and don't become complacent just because things have gotten better. It doesn't mean things can, you know, they're not completely gone away. So definitely be mindful. And another advantage of just joining Miss Universe is you get so much, the Thai word is mitrapap. It's just good energy and experience from the girls. And I just love being surrounded by a lot of new people and like just talking and hearing their experiences and their stories. Everybody has a different story. And I think that is so interesting. Just learning about where they come from and why they're so passionate about the issues that they are passionate about.
So, do you think, with what you said, do you think that joining Miss Universe, even as do you think that pageants like Miss Universe Thailand is still relevant even at this time?
Absolutely. I think it's absolutely relevant, if more than ever, if so, because right now everybody is feeling this sense of loss of hope and the economy is really down. So people are having little to no income. So I feel like at this time, pageantry is obviously a form of entertainment. So it's something to keep people in like this positive mindset and just to distract them. And also, Miss Universe, the representative would be somebody who has a voice and message. So I feel like right now with the platform, I want to tell people to help the economy and help Thai people and help the livelihoods of people who are suffering. So we can help each other by boosting the economy and, you know, sourcing goods from within our country and travel within our country and help the tourism and hospitality industry, because that is something that is really suffering right now.
Wow, you
Mm.
have such noble reasons of joining Miss Universe Thailand. So I like that you emphasize about that you want to become a voice in so many issues. It's like, applying for a spokesperson already. So do you
Mm.
think you
That's
agree with Luciera's statement about what a girl should expect in joining Miss Universe nowadays? Let's watch this video.
okay.
Miss Universe wants someone who is genuinely kind, who is nice, who's a role model, who's a boss lady. Once she lives in New York, she doesn't model. That's not her job. And by the way, that's why more girls don't make the top 20. Interview is important. You're a spokesperson. You're the face of the company. You have to speak, not model.
Yes, I absolutely agree with everything she says. And first off, can I just say she's such an inspiration, such a boss lady on every level. And yeah, I feel like Miss Universe is, it's more than just, you know, a form of entertainment. It's being able to be a leader and to be that guidance and role model for people nowadays. And it's not even just like the younger generation. I feel like pageantry reaches a whole wide of people, like range of people. And people need this encouragement, especially now more than ever.
So do you agree with the pageant slogan? Do you agree with the Miss Universe Thailand's slogan right now, which
Mm-hmm.
is hashtag real you, which
Mm.
and hashtag empowering beauty?
Yes, I do agree. And I feel like it's very true to myself because I came here with openness and honesty in who I am. And I feel like that's the real me, to be open and honest in all my relationships and all my, in what I do, you know, and like just to be very real about what I'm passionate about and just to tell everybody what it is and to make that step in the right direction in solving it. And empowering beauty is obviously very important as well because, like I said, negative body image is related to it. And I feel like if we just empower each other and help us uplift each other as women of all ages, then once you're confident in yourself, I promise you anything is possible.
I agree. I so agree. Now let's shift gears a little bit because there's also something that I read up about you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
said in a previous interview that you want to focus on using the platform of Miss Universe Thailand to bridge the gap between the
Mm.
older generation and the younger generation with the usage of technology, keeping mental health and body positivity in mind. Can you be more specific about it?
Okay, so basically, I want to just say that negative body image isn't just an issue of the younger generation now. In a recent survey that I read in this reading, 1 in 5 women actually over the age of 50 feel insecure and self isolate and have very low self esteem and even have depression as a result of negative body image. Because I feel like, especially with an aging population now, we need to definitely focus our energy on them and help them become more confident because they are the ones who are leading us right now and are teaching our younger generation. And shouldn't we just give back to them? They are the ones who raised us after all.
Agree. I so
Mm-hmm.
agree.
Yeah.
I really agree about it. So how where is this um love for the elderly coming from?
It's just seeing that it's not something that is fully represented. I want to like see representation of issues that are suppressed, and I feel like so much energy is focused on the youth, and yes, we are important and we're the people who are going to lead the future, but we still cannot forget the people who raised us, you know. And I can just see this through my family, and I feel like everybody can see this from people who are close to them, and they too are human. They too go through, you know, insecurities and low points, and just because they put on a brave face just for us, it doesn't mean we can just look past those issues. We need to also focus our energies on helping them and helping them feel more empowered and confident.
You know what? You remind me of someone again.
Who?
Our representative in Miss Universe last year, Gazini Granados. This is a video clip. I want to show you a video clip of her opening statement in Miss
Mm,
Universe last year.
yes, that's
Let's.
good.
Do you agree with her opening statement?
I do agree with it because she
The world
focuses
is
on
aging, and my
being able to
grandparents
support our elder generation. Okay, we'll watch the clip first.
Let's watch the clip first.
Yeah.
the world is aging, and my grandparents raised me, and I've worked in an organization that was supporting for elderly care. I learned then, I realized that there's the stigma between ageism, poverty, exclusivity, and invincibility. It is the rightful for us to remember that they were the ones who paved the way for us. And we should reciprocate that love, and no one should ever be left behind. Thank you.
I agree. Like, honestly, she said it perfectly because we often like segregate them and do not give enough importance to them, as I just said. And I feel like it's about time that somebody speaks up for it. Like, yes, I can't completely sympathize, like, understand what you're going through because I'm not of that age, but I'm human. I understand what it's like to be insecure, to feel low. So I want to shed light on the elder generation and help uplift them just as much as our youth.
Does this also stem from the fact that you're also do you have a close knit family? You're very close to your grandparents as well. That's why you feel strongly about them.
It's more just like my parents. I'm not really that close to my grandparents because well, they're passed away. um, but I'm really close to my mom, and we do talk about, you know, low self esteem and how it's like, you know, often neglected, and people don't talk about, you know, how what it's like and how it feels to be getting older and like going through, you know, getting wrinkles and just, you know, everyone just talks about the youth nowadays, and I feel like we need somebody to talk up and just share their experience and tell them that it's normal, you know, to be going through this and not to feel ashamed of your body. It's part of life, it's part of nature, and we should celebrate it.
No words. I'm sorry if I keep on saying this, but wow, you
Thank
really
you.
sound so mature for
Oh,
your
thank
age right now. I can't believe that you're only 19. There's a comment here from Un Laksupun. He says, she's not a dark horse anymore. She could, she's very strong contestant now. Watch her rocking stage. Wow.
thank you. I'll try to
Yeah.
rock that stage for you guys.
Hearing your answers so far,
Mhm.
wow, there's no doubt we can really see that you are very passionate with so many world
Mhm.
issues right now. We are
Yeah.
really amazed by the wealth of information you have as a young lady right now. I mean, I'm just curious, how did it all begin for you? Was it just by reading a lot of books, observing people during your spare time?
Yeah, just like I'm a very observant person, so like I just like to see where there are gaps in our society, you know, and things that are just wrong, you know. If you see something that's wrong, you're obviously not going to just like let it pass you by. I'm somebody who, if I see something that's wrong, then I will like, definitely speak up about it. And it can be just as simple as like just starting that conversation. you know, if I saw something wrong when I was a kid, I'd always just like talk to my parents about it. Like whether it be bullying, you know, starting from a very young age, bullying is not okay. And I'd always just like come back and like talk to my friends about it, or just, you know, talk to the other people in the class, or even like go to the teacher and just be like, why is this happening? And what can we do about it? And I feel like that has definitely stuck with me throughout growing up, through my teenage years. If I see something, then I definitely want to say something about it. And I want to
Wow.
encourage everybody to do the same, because that is, if we see something and we say something about it, that's how we're going to progress into a better future.
Do you think with your merits, with the merits that you have right now as a Miss Universe Thailand candidate, do you think you deserve to be the next Miss Universe Thailand winner?
Absolutely. Because if I don't believe in myself, how can I expect anybody else to believe in me? And if you don't think you're going to win, then you've already lost, right? So I see that crown on my head already. And in my mind, I'm already a winner. And I want to prove this to you through Miss Universe Thailand 2020.
Girl, you slay. You are
Girl, you
slaying.
know it.
You rock.
Yes,
Just
girl.
wow, wow.
Love
Wait, I can't believe
gratitude.
that we've been talking. Wait, Emmy, before we proceed, wow, we've been talking for more than an hour already. We've just
Has it
reached
already been
the
an hour?
an hour
Wow.
mark.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, wow, that's how enjoying
Wow.
and
Went by
engaging
so
you are
fast. Mm-hmm.
as a candidate. I mean, we're just wow. We could just stare you all day and listen to you,
Oh, that means so
everything
much. Thank you.
that you're talking or espousing. Just wow.
Mm.
So
Oh.
let's before I wrap this interview, let's now go to the next portion of the interview where it's called